Hey guys, welcome back. Charles Damiano here from the Bruce Lee Collection for another exciting episode. And once again, I'm here with my two Bruce Lee brothers, Hector Martinez,
Charlie,
and Edgar Betancourt.
Charles. Edgar, good to see you.
It's always
Haven't
fun.
seen you in a while.
Yes.
Always fun doing these together as a group. This is going to be a little different this episode. I know we do a lot of focus on Bruce Lee. We've also discussed comics in the past, Marvel. We try to keep it interesting. To me, everything that is collectible is worth talking about. And we're big collectors, right? And you know, we all have varieties in our collections. You have Nosferatos, right? You like G.I. Joe. You have
Steve McQueen,
Bruce Lee, and
one-armed swordsman.
Oh, the one-armed swordsman.
And you have a variety of
little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, right?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit country.
Hector labeled me as a pop culture preservationist.
You are.
I love it.
You are. And you are a Bruce Lee enthusiast.
There we go. And I focus a lot on Bruce Lee, Brandon Lee, but I also, you know, the way my day started off in collecting, again, you have to remember I was born in '59. And my first inspiration, and I'm very big into fitness and health, I was into bodybuilding, and it was all inspired by one person at that time, and it was Steve Reeves.
Oh,
that's why I want to bring this up today, because...
By the gods!
Oh! And again, my two favorite movies that when I was a kid that my mother always used to play, I was probably, because his movies came out in the 60s, right?
In the 50s.
In the 50s,
yeah.
But I was introduced to him in the 60s, and the first two movies I saw of him...
Because you weren't even born yet.
Yes, exactly. But when I but when I first watched him, and my mother put it on TV, was in Hercules, right?
Yes.
And then he followed it up with
Hercules and Hercules Unchained.
Unchained.
Yes.
With the two favorites of mine, and I thought he just had the most incredible physique ever at the time.
Amazing.
He was perfection.
Yes.
Perfection.
And the excitement I felt when I saw him on screen is very similar to the excitement I felt when I saw Bruce Lee on screen later on down the line.
Correct.
He was my idol growing up as a kid.
Oh, man.
I mean, he got me into fitness, into health, into, you know, training, and, you know, entering bodybuilding shows and fitness camp. It was all because of Steve Reeves. So,
absolutely.
And in talking to Edgar and Hector, I know that when I spoke to Edgar, you told me you're a big Steve Reeves fan.
Oh,
so are you.
Oh, man.
And I've seen pictures of you where you actually
I had the beard like Steve Reeves back in the day.
And even the hairdo, when you had hair, that was.
They called me the
Latin.
They called me the Puerto Rican Steve Reeves. They called me Stevo Revo.
You saw that photo of him,
Oh,
right?
I thought it's incredible.
Oh my God!
You gotta see it.
You gotta show that photo, man.
I still got
The biceps, you
Still
got
got
the
a little something,
forearms, you know, it's genetics. You got the genetics.
Genetic.
But anyway, the reason I'm talking about Steve Reeves here today is, first of all, I ordered some really nice collectibles on him.
Oh.
And when I mentioned to Edgar, he got all excited, and he kept inspiring me to find the photos, because
I came out with a little picture of Steve Reeves 8x10. Oh, they're so excited, and he's got 10 of them or whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Charlie always does that to us.
Yeah, because I was such a
You
big
bring
fan.
one item and he brings out 12.
And I thought I was impressing him.
Yeah.
In '95, when he was still alive, he wrote this book. It was one of the first books he wrote on bodybuilding. It was called Steve Reeves, Building the Classic Physique the Natural Way. Because, you know, supposedly he was all natural, right? Unlike
he was.
of today that take steroids.
Yes.
And you could see it in his physique.
Oh, definitely.
You know,
He had a healthy,
beautiful physique, right? And I wrote to his estate at one point when he was alive, because he was coming out with these signed photos that he was putting out on himself, and I got these in 1997, and he sent me all these beautiful signed photos from his estate. So I wanted to share this with the group here. So I bought the book first. I read the book. I just loved it. If you can still find this on eBay, I highly recommend it. It's all on his training, his nutrition, how he designed the physique during that time, the way he worked out. It's just amazing.
Man,
so
look at those photos, man.
So these photos I got. I still have the envelope that came in. They sent me this when I lived in the city on 77th Street and York Avenue.
There you go.
In Manhattan when I was living there.
You lived in York Avenue?
York Avenue, yeah. When I had my second kid, we tried to get a bigger apartment, and I moved on the Upper East Side, and that's where you raised your kids in Manhattan, because it was right near the water. It was more roomy, not as crowded, and so I got.
In case you couldn't afford them anymore, you could throw them in the water.
Exactly. So
swim.
Yeah.
Swim your way by the gods.
There we go. So I got
Charlie, but hold on a second.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm so excited, man.
You're so excited, but you're leaving off some important information.
What's that?
Sheesh. You failed to say that this envelope was personally sent to you by Steve Reeves.
That's correct.
And it's got his name and his address.
Yes.
Tell us.
Yes.
His handwriting.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. That the man
Yeah,
himself.
you're right. I forgot about that. So on the envelope, it says over here, from Steve Reeves, post office box. So he gave me his and this is where he lived in Valley Center, California.
Look at that.
And that's where he used to do his power walks every day, his training. So
Yeah.
it came from the Steve Reeves estate. And I still have the envelope with his signing of it on
incredible.
there.
He actually put the photos in this envelope.
In this envelope.
Wrote your name on it.
Yep.
And sent it to you personally.
Yeah, yeah.
That's epic.
And
It
then-
is.
Yeah.
Wow.
And these are the photos he was putting out at the time. Here, I'm going to
Look at that.
pass these to you. Maybe you could pass them over to me and I'll hold it up. So what's this first one of?
hold
And maybe
on.
you could read the back of it for me as well.
Yes.
Because not only did he sign these photos and he had a beautiful signature, some of them are when he entered bodybuilding shows, some of them were from his movies.
Let me use the
And
gloves so I don't want to put any oils on.
So there are a variety of different photos. They're just beautiful. And he had really nice handwriting. And then he wrote something on the back of each photo as well, which tells you a little bit about the photo. So
What the time period was.
oh, that one he doesn't have that on there. He just had his
there's
signature
no
on it.
description
Yeah,
on this one.
on that one. So that's a classic shot of him from his bodybuilding days, obviously.
A studio
Yeah,
portrait.
studio portrait, holding the spear, and just incredible with his signature on there. So I just love these classic black and whites.
It says 1947.
That's when that photo was taken. Wow, amazing.
This guy was perfection, man.
Yeah.
Face wise,
Yeah.
body wise,
The legs.
he was 6'2" tall.
Yeah.
His biceps were 18 and a half. His
waist.
calves were 18 and a half.
His waist.
and his arms.
And his
neck,
arms.
yeah.
And his waist was 27.
He had a 27-inch waist.
He says in the book that the perfect proportion of the human body when you do it is your calves and your neck and your arms should all be the same size. So
You're right.
18-inch
Yeah,
calves,
yeah.
18-inch arms, 18-inch neck. But his waist was tiny.
Yeah.
He had a tiny, tiny waist, and that's what made his physique so.
He had the nice lats.
So classic looking.
Genetics.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's genetics.
You got to be born like
incredible.
that.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
No.
You know what I enjoyed about Steve Reeves? He was one of the few. I've never seen another. He had a square chest.
Mm-hmm.
Most our chests are round on the bottom.
Yeah,
They're
his
round.
pecs, that was genetics. Yeah.
He had east to west. It's what they call an east to west chest. It was straight.
Yeah.
He said it was due to incline. He only did incline presses.
yeah.
But it's not just about incline, it's genetics.
Yeah.
His muscles were born that way.
Yeah.
Because I tried doing that when I was young. I couldn't get that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Arnold's chest. They look like two armored
Yeah,
plates.
absolutely. You're
but
right.
Steve, which are beautiful. But Steve Reeves' chest was
Yep. Now, what does this photo say? Did he write anything on the back of that?
Oh, he did.
He did.
taken in Cannes, France after the Mr. World contest, 1948.
So he wrote that on the back. He signed it, and that's him in France, right? In
France.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cannes,
In
France.
right
Yeah.
after he entered the Mr. World contest.
Yeah.
So beautiful shot of him.
Gorgeous, man.
Man.
That's a gorgeous shot. Steve Reeves was the man. I mean,
Yeah.
imagine when you walked by,
Yeah.
people knew he was a movie star.
Yeah.
And
Just
he
the
was
way he
very
looked.
classy. If you ever look at him in suits, he
In
always had a
suits.
black suit on
Yeah.
with a really
Oh, tailored.
tailored.
Yes.
And they said he was a very classy individual. He carried himself with first class all the way. Unlike the bodybuilders now where they wear the clown clothes and the big baggy
Oh,
pants.
yeah,
It's a different
yeah.
time.
Different
You're right.
Back then it was very classy.
Nah, these guys were. It
look at
was a
that one,
class
man.
of their own.
What's that one? Steve Reeves from,
Wow.
what does the back of that say?
One of my favorite films, Morgan the Pirate.
Yeah, beautiful.
Look at that, brother.
Look at that.
Captain Morgan.
And again, beautiful signature right on each of these photos.
Yes.
So when I bought these at the time, I forget what he was charging. Maybe it wasn't that much money. Maybe it was $10 to $15
missed my
per
opportunity.
photo at that time, and I had to grab them because again,
I
he's
would've.
been a childhood idol and someone who I looked up to growing up as a kid for so many years. And then when I
Gorgeous
got
photos,
these,
man.
I've you encouraged me to find them. I had to dig deep
Yes.
in all my collectibles.
Yes, when you said
And
you had 10, I was
and I
like,
called
10.
you, Edgar. I finally found
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
and here
That's
they
so
are.
exciting.
So I thought now what does the back of that say?
This is from the Duel of the Titans.
Another great movie, right?
I don't know that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
I have it.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one either.
It's also known as Romulus and Remus.
Okay.
Yeah, Romulus and Remus. Also, AKA Duel of the Titans.
Nice. Look at that.
Great movie.
Chilling out there. With
Look
his
at Steve
incredible
Reeves'
physique.
piercing blue
Oh,
eyes.
man. And
Kind of like you, Charlie.
and the dark. There we go.
Yeah, you got the blue eyes as
And
well.
the dark black hair.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
He was very broad also, which made his waist. His waist was like 28 inches.
Yeah.
And his shoulders were like cannonballs, and gave him that beautiful taper. Yeah.
I don't mean to be unkind, but his waist was so tiny and his shoulders were so broad that he looked a little strange when he wore a suit. I'm
Yeah.
going to be honest. He looked like he had football pads on his
Yeah, because it
shoulders.
was so broad.
Yeah, that's the way he
Yeah.
looked. But he was built that way. But it was kind of weird. But nobody was built like Steve Reeves.
No.
Nobody.
And what's this next one of?
One of my favorite films, Goliath and the Barbarians.
Is that what it says on there?
Yes, sir.
From Goliath and the Barbarians. There it is. Yeah, I love that he signed the back, telling you what each of the photos were from, right?
They're personalized.
They're personalized.
To some degree. I mean, it doesn't have your name on it, but he just, for him to write the description down, to
He
take
took
that
the time,
away.
right?
He described them.
I know.
No, your name is on the envelope.
On the envelope, yeah.
Yeah, but not yet, of course.
Great, yeah. Look at that, beautiful.
I like this beard.
I love the
Yeah.
beard.
The
Love
beard
the
was.
beard.
He had a
Love the
different beard in Hercules Unchained, Goliath and the Barbarians.
Yeah, yeah.
He did a movie called Sandokan the Great,
I remember that one.
which he had
yeah.
a goatee.
Oh, this one you
Okay.
could see the beard
And a-
really
and a-
nice.
and a turban.
You had your beard and mustache like
Yeah,
that. You
like
went
this.
you went to a stylist to design it like
Yeah.
that back in the day, right?
I told him I want to look like this,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to leave this place until I look like this.
Yeah, it's like when we used to bring the Bruce Lee photos to the barber when I was a kid. I used to
Right.
bring the Bruce Lee photo, and he'd sit in the barber chair, and I go, I want to look like that. And it was a photo of him from Enter the Dragon with the mushroom haircut.
Charlie, you killed me,
And
man.
you did it with Steve Reeves.
I did it with Steve Reeves.
Good.
Wow, that's a great one.
That's a great one.
See, with Charlie probably went to the barber shop and he probably looked at the guy and says, listen, I want to look Chinese.
exactly.
Bruce Lee is my idol and I want to look Asian. Nothing wrong with that.
And the photo would sit
Yeah.
there the entire
Yeah.
time as I was sitting there
I'm
getting my hair
not gonna leave here
and
until
it
I-
would be that bowl cut that he had in Enter the Dragon. So where's that from?
But I did the same.
Hercules.
Hercules.
That's from Hercules.
No,
yeah.
actually, I'm going to be honest. It's I don't know why Steve wrote Hercules. He made a mistake. It's actually Goliath and the Barbarians.
You think?
Yes.
so?
Look at his outfit. He's wearing the fur.
Yeah,
He didn't
it's
wear
the-
this fur in
It's the
Hercules.
fur on both sides here because he
Yeah.
had in the beginning of one of the Hercules movies, he's wearing the fur, but it was only on one side.
Right.
When he was picking up the tree and he stops the chariot.
Right.
Oh, right.
And it was black.
Yeah, this is a vest that he wore.
Oh, it could be, man.
And it's from
Wow.
Goliath and the Barbarians.
Right.
But that's all right.
Yeah.
Steve Reeves can make a mistake.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's Steve
Look at those
Reeves.
piercing eyes.
Look at this, just like Charlie, the blue eyes like Charlie.
Man, I love that. Love
Look at that. Great look.
And this is one of my favorite poses by him. That is crazy.
Gorgeous, 1947.
What's the back of that say?
Taken outside of Chicago, 1947, after the Mr. America contest.
Yeah, look at that physique.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's a great
Man.
photo.
It's amazing how people are born beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, on Earth, right? You got
Yeah.
people that are not that nice looking, and then you got people that are just so perfect. You look at them in awe.
Yeah.
Steve Reeves is one of them.
It reminds me of the movie Moonraker when they were in space and they wanted to bring the most beautiful people up there.
Is that so?
And then Jaws was there. Richard Teal was like, "What is that? What about me?
What about me?"
I guess you're getting X'd out."
But yet,
That's
he's
why
the
he
most,
turned on him.
Right.
Another classic
Yep.
pose.
But yet
Absolutely.
he was the most memorable.
Yes.
Right, Jaws.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't the most beautiful, but the most memorable. This is another
That's
great,
a great
shot.
shot. There you go.
What's that one say?
Taken by Russo Warner.
I guess that was the photographer at the time.
Probably.
Another classic. Look at him holding the sword.
Yeah.
Man. That was used a lot on covers of the old bodybuilding magazines back in the day, which I
That's
have a
true.
few. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, those are great. And look at that
that.
beautiful signature, man. He took the time to sign his name,
Yeah.
right?
Very bold.
Very
Yes.
bold. Look at that. Because you know how some people, you get their autograph, they just
Right.
scribble it, you can't
Right.
even read it.
Right. So I asked
Bob
Charles.
Like Bob Balls.
So I asked Charles whether you have any magazines with Steve Reeves on the cover, and I believe you said yes, you do.
Yeah, I do.
But then he has to go hunting for them.
Yeah, well,
so
we'll
you
show
don't
that in a
see them
different
now.
episode. Yep, yep.
You know, Cecil B. DeMille, the producer of Ten Commandments, He had originally chosen Steve Reeves to play the part of Samson,
Samson and Delilah.
his next production.
He should have played, yeah.
Yeah.
It would have made a great Samson.
And the story goes on to say that Steve walked into the office of Cecil B. DeMille in a suit, and Cecil said, "There's my Samson. There he is." But when Cecil B. DeMille told Steve Reeves that he needed to lose weight for the role of Samson, Steve wasn't having it, because Steve was competing in the Mr. America
Yeah.
and the Mr. Universe.
Yeah.
So he turned down the role.
He turned
of,
down a Cecil B. DeMille.
Cecil B. DeMille film.
And do you remember who the actor was they gave it to instead?
Victor Mature.
Victor Mature.
Victor
Remember
Mature.
that?
Yeah.
Who doesn't even come close
Sylvester
to the physique of
Sylvester
Steve
Stallone's
Reeves.
father, I always say.
Exactly.
Because if you look at Victor Mature, you look at Sylvester Stallone,
Wow.
they look close.
Yeah, no, he
Unbelievable.
needed to play Samson. And then, that's just
You got to have this
crazy.
one with the slugs.
Yeah, and then this
Oh, yeah.
this one I picked up from probably one of the conventions we went to,
Right.
and this is an original
Great shot.
slugged 8x10 photo of Steve Reeves from
Hercules Unchained.
Hercules
which
Unchained.
again, another one of my favorite movies. So again, did you guys enjoy any of the
Wait, I have
Steve
more
Reeves
for
movies?
you.
Let us know. Please chime in. But Edgar is going to come up with something really cool as well.
Uh-oh.
now.
Yes.
Now, what do
Edgar
these
always
pertain
surprises
to?
me.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you
know.
you dig and you dig and you dig and you find things, and,
Edgar always brings us a surprise.
And I was excited when I found these, that I found them online as usual, and I was able to obtain them, and I was able to obtain both of them. And when I mean both of them, I'm talking about the Dell.
Oh, yes. Wow.
The Dell Comics. Look at those of Hercules
man.
and Hercules Unchained.
By the gods of Rome. Yole.
Oh, those are classic, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh,
Yeah.
look at the covers on those, Hector.
Wow.
That's
and they're in great condition,
beautiful.
too.
They're in decent condition,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
the yellowing and everything like that, but to me, it's all about those covers.
The
It's all about
strongest man in the
cover.
world.
And Dell, I like
Dell put out good covers.
Good artwork.
Similar to Gold Key. Gold
Yes.
Key and Dell
Yeah.
did great artwork on their covers.
when you look up Dell online, Dell and Gold Key always come up together.
Yeah.
They always,
Right.
like maybe, I don't know if they
Could it be a
combined
parent
at one
company?
time. Might have been. It
Yeah.
might have been. But the artwork in there is
Oh,
great.
just beautiful,
You
man.
got a little. You don't have the full movie in there, but you got the.
10
you got enough of
cents
it
at the
Yeah,
time.
10 cents.
So you picked these up online?
Yes, I
Great
picked them up
find, man.
online.
Great find. Look at
And
that.
then also when we went
They
to
smell old.
Yeah. Those are
from
great.
Chillerfest, when we were,
Wow.
all three of us were there, I was able to get something special
This
that I'll
is-
bring out here.
This is, Edgar, they also did a Morgan the Pirate.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
have a
they
Morgan
did
the Pirate.
plenty of movies, but it's all about Hercules.
Yeah.
you know?
No, but I'm saying Morgan the Pirate, Steve Reeves.
Yeah.
There's another one. This is terrific.
So now this you picked up at Chillerfest?
Oh, look at that.
I remember that. Let me
And
see
it's an
this.
original.
Oh, I was with you when you got this. This
Wow.
is the movie poster of Hercules
Hercules Unchained.
Unchained.
Yeah,
Wow, look at that. Look at the artwork on that, Hector.
It's amazing, man.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Everything is bold.
Yes, that
Oh,
artwork at that
man.
time.
What year did this come out? It had to be in
I think it's.
Oh, Hercules
just-
Unchained was like 57.
57, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's an original.
Let's hold this up.
Starring Ugo Liberatore.
And the great size, because usually if you have a 2-sheet, it's way too big.
Yeah, way too
This
big.
can get framed.
Yeah, this is suitable for framing. This
Yeah.
is a beauty,
You wanna take that
man.
one down?
Yeah, of Hercules Unchained.
Yeah.
man.
This is a
I
great
remember
piece
when
of-
you got this. at Chillerfest. Yeah.
It would look great in Hector and Charles's exercise
No,
room,
no,
wouldn't it?
Hector's house. Hector's house.
You don't have any room on your walls anymore.
You don't actually.
I know.
Right. And I have one more thing.
Soon my
Yeah, let's
wife
see
is going to
that.
kick me out of the
Okay.
apartment.
Man, that is a beauty.
That's the
Last
straight.
night, love was in those eyes.
I'll put this
Love
down.
was in those glances.
I'm giving this to Charles.
By that he...
No.
Oh!
It's from one of the magazine cutout.
Wow!
Hercules Unchained.
Unchained.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really
Listen, back in
Thank
the,
you, man.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Back in
Wow.
the day, you flip through the magazines,
That's
and that would be
nice.
like maybe in a Life magazine or
Yeah, it
something
looks
like
the size
that.
of like
Yeah.
Life.
But I've never seen this.
I never did
No.
either.
No, and it's a magazine cutout.
Fabulous feats of human power the screen has never shown before.
Right.
Spectacles of massive beyond every known before. Hercules Unchained.
And the color's nice.
Oh, man,
and
that is
everything.
beautiful.
And it's just a
Thank you.
great
I
picture.
appreciate
You're very
it, man.
welcome. You're very
Wow,
welcome.
that is
Yeah.
nice.
I'll give you $40.
Here comes the negotiations.
It already left.
Wow.
Charles didn't have it for 5 seconds.
Well, this was a fun episode, man. I appreciate you guys sharing this episode with me. I've been wanting to do an episode on Steve Reeves for a while now. He's been a huge inspiration in my life, childhood idol, growing up as a kid, pre-Bruce Lee days, right?
Yes.
If you guys are fans of Steve Reeves, please chime in. Love to hear from you. Leave it in the comments. Great book. If you haven't picked this up, I definitely suggest looking for this on eBay. Steve Reeves, Building the Classic Physique.
Classic
the Natural
Physique.
Way. It came out in 1995, 30 years ago. Great book. I recommend this highly. So that's it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. A little different twist from our Bruce Lee episodes, but I hope you had fun with us here today. And again, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, subscribe below, leave a comment, and also give it a thumbs up. Hector is actually putting this one.
Sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
And until next time, Charles Damiano signing out from the Bruce Lee Collection. Once again, saying have fun collecting, and we'll see you guys next time.
All the best.
Peace.
Take care, guys.